Great Paul! Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me here. My current debt is this, and hopefully by the end of this video it'll be something better. This week I'm going to try flipping board games. So I personally like board games. I have spent some money on some board games in the past. I know that they have some value. I don't really know what the resale value is going to be, but my plan is to go around all the second-hand shops, all the vintage shops. I'm just going to hunt high and low to get board games at the best price. And hopefully things like this should cost me no more than £3 to £5, and I'm going to try and flip it online for upwards of 20 to 30. So I have 1 week starting from today to see how much money I can make selling board games. I'm going to set up an eBay shop. I'm going to spend 1 day going around looking for all the board games. I'm going to hit multiple towns, multiple sales. I'm going to bring you guys along with me. Then I'm going to spend 1 day listing it. I'm going to tell you how long it took me to do that. Then we're going to give it 5 days to let the sales come through, and then I'll keep you posted with how much I made at the end of the week. Let's go! Couple shops down and no luck so far. Haven't found anything that I think we could flip. So we'll keep trying. Something will jump out at us, I'm sure. Alright, that was pretty good. We got a jacket and a card game, which is pretty good. So yeah, on to the next. So the problem is some shops in the city are horrendously overpriced, and some of them know the value of things, so they mark up all the prices, which is a problem. I think we just had an amazing score. I found a board game and I had a quick Google of it because I had never heard of it, and it was selling online for 150 quid. Editor Cole here. I was so wrong about this. Make sure you thoroughly check things in future Cole, to make sure you get the right prices. I just picked it up for £3.50, so potentially the biggest one of the day. Super exciting, but let's get into the next one. I was gonna pick up a board game called Pandemic. They wanted £10 for it, but checking online, it only sells for like 15. So it was a bit too big to ship and actually make anything off of, so I left that one. But we still have loads of shops left, so we'll see what else we can find. Okay, that was banging. We just picked up a board game. I picked up a board game that was £3, sells online for 30, so 10 times my money back, which is good. Obviously once shipping's taken off it'll be less, but still, that's good profit. Alright, we've had a pretty good haul today. I've still got like 2 or 3 more shops to check out, so I'm gonna go check them out now. We'll see what we find. I don't want to spend too much more money, But yeah, we'll have a go, see what we find. I'll keep you updated. Board games. So I'm now faced with quite a funny predicament. I've come all the way to Bristol to go into the shops and try and find some things to flip. And my phone has died, but my phone has my train ticket on it. Not really sure how I'm going to get out of this one. I have been hunting around and I've found a bunch of different board games. We're going to list them all on eBay, we're going to see what sells in a week, and I'm going to let you guys know how much money I make. First board game I found is called Monstrous. This only cost me like $3. And it goes online for roughly between 10 and 20 quid. Next up we've got this poker set. It's brand spanking new, still in its cellophane packaging, so it's good. New stuff always sells for a little bit more. I can't find the exact one on eBay, but roughly poker sets go for about 12 to 15 pounds. Up next we have Nom, the game by Simon's Cat. Oh, so bright. We've Nom by Simon's Cat. This game cost me £3.50. and it lists online for between 10 and 15. So once again, I'm lowballing it. I'm gonna go 10, see if we can get 10 for this guy. Next one we have, I took a chance on and it kind of backfired. This is the original Buckaroo. Brilliant classic game, classic kids game. I thought being that it's like got a bit of, not vintage, but like old school value, I suspected it would have cost way more than it's worth. I paid £2 for it. Online it sells for £5, so I'm just going to list it at £5, see if we get 5 for it. This next game I found I took a chance on, paid a little bit more and I'm glad I did. This is Monopoly, the Super Mario Celebration. It cost me £5, but online it's selling for up to 30. So I'm going to list mine at 15, see if we can just get it sold, get £10 profit on this. Next game we have, unfortunately I've also done goofed on. This is the original Cluedo. Great game, super fun. I paid £3 for it and unfortunately it only sells for £5. So we're not really going to profit off this one. Next up we have another Monopoly. This one is Star Wars Episode 1 Collector's Edition. This one varies between 5 and 15. I paid 5, I'm going to try and get 10 for it. So we'll keep that at a nice low price and hopefully we shift this one quickly. These final two games I'm actually really excited about. These are the ones that I really think I've made my money back and I've done well. This first one is Photosynthesis. Really pretty game, sorry there's too much glare from the light. This one cost me £3 and it sells for roughly 30. So I'm going to list it at around 20, 25 and see if I can get a really good return on this one. Really happy with this one. This next one is an interesting one. This one has been listed at all sorts of prices. So I picked it up for £3.50. It's called War on Terror. And some people are listing it, the lowest is 15 and it goes all the way up to 100. So I'm not really sure where to list this one. I might list it around the £50 mark and see what we get for it. So next thing we need to do with the board games, just because I did buy them all second hand, is we need to crack them all open, have a look inside, make sure all the parts are there, and then we'll get listing them. Alright, so this is the next day where I had to go through all the board games that I bought, check to make sure all the pieces were there and accounted for, take any stickers off and make sure the condition was good, and then slowly but surely list them. This whole process took about 2 hours in total. Alright, so it has been 1 month since I tried listing games on eBay. Unfortunately, only managed to sell 4 games out of the 10 that I listed, which isn't amazing, but the plus side is the games actually only cost me about £20 for all 10 of them. And of the ones I managed to sell on eBay, I managed to sell 4 and I've made £40. So not only have I paid for all 10 games, but I've made that money again, and I still have 6 games to sell. So decent profit in games. Most of the games I bought for between £1.50 and £3, and I've listed most of them for between 6 and 15. So I made my money back and a little bit more. So games, I think there's a possibility. I'm going to do a part 2 on games and see if I can find some higher value games. I'm also going to try different listing methods and see what I can come up with. But so far, pretty pleased. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see me go out and try to buy more games and want a part 2, or want to see some of the other things that I've got listing and going and trying to resell and stuff, just subscribe. It's the best way to do it. It's the best way to support me. Appreciate it all. Click all these things to make stuff happen, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!